I think Bush's goose is cooked. I think that rub and with Hornaday all over the back of him.
Now Kevin Harvick.
Check up, caution's out.
Check out, and oh, the caution comes out. The 48, the 84 get turned around. And so Hermie Sadler having a great run here, gets spun around in the wrong direction. 13th caution of the day.
Jason White went down pit road with his hood up. You see it has all over the windshield there.
17 also had to come onto pit road while all of that great racing was going on up front for the lead.
Was that a gas issue for the 17?
We believe he ran out of fuel.
Could that be a
similar situation?
Sign of things to come?
Precursor? A precursor, maybe?
We've seen that before. When one guy has problems, sometimes others do as well. Looks like on about lap 94.
I'm showing my records that he pitted the same time the two of Kevin Harvick did.
The plot thickens.
Kevin Harvick up front. Take a look. Hermie Sadler was up on the curb there a bit. 48. Johnny Sauter has to get turned around.
Remember, see the left rear quarter panel. There's the contact right there that got that fender in the tire, but that's what allowed Kevin to get to the inside of the 51 and eventually take the pass for the lead.
Gentle contact. Almost where Kyle wasn't sure he was even getting hit, I think.
Well, all eyes are on the 2 and 51 now. 51 drops back to second. Krista.
Where's the 51 out of gas?
No, actually, you saw on the front stretch, he laid back a little bit so the team could check the left rear damage, the tire smoke there coming from a tire rub, and they just told him, Kyle, we have the binoculars out, as you saw there on the pit box, you have cords showing.
I believe he went over the commitment line.
He was on the commitment line on the backstretch.
I think he was too.
He's trying to scrub the wall maybe with that fender to squish it in, but I think he went over the white line. You can't cross that white line
and not go onto pit road. He had all 4 tires on the commitment line and then went back out on the racetrack.
I think that may result in a penalty from NASCAR.
Yeah, you got to come to pit road once you cross the commitment line. That white line is the commitment line. The yellow one is the speed line.
Right. And he's going to plead his case that he had no intentions of coming to pit road. He was just trying to get that quarter panel up off the fender. We'll see if he wins that argument or not.
We're hearing from NASCAR, commitment line violation for the 51 truck.
Yeah, he needs to get to pit road right away.
Can't drag the side of my truck on the side of the wall.
That's his argument.
But the rule's a rule. The line's there.
He needed to get away from the wall and not go across that line.
He could have done that on the front stretch and there'd been no penalty.
What he needs to do now is get to pit road, get some left side tires. He's going to be in the back. I'd get some tires right quick.
Absolutely, yeah. You never know how many positions you may gain here on this little shootout we're going to have.
Yeah, give me 4 tires.
We got to go to the back or not, Jeff?
Yes. We're coming this time.
They're going to come in, pull the fender away.
On it. Come on.
Yeah, put 4 on it. That's the call.
George making the call there for Kyle Busch. So it will not be 3 in a row for Kyle Busch in 2009 in the Camping World Truck Series, as he will make his way onto pit road. Kevin Harvick now looking for another win in the Camping World Truck Series.
Got his teammate behind him.
Great run for Mike Skinner in 3rd as well.
Yeah, this will be the first time, if Kevin Harvick's able to hold on, this is the first time he's ever won a truck race outside of the state of Arizona and the city of Phoenix. Krista Voda.
Kyle Busch coming in. They just made the call. It's now going to be just a 2-tire stop, left sides only. Kyle Busch extremely frustrated, extremely angry on the radio. Left sides only, because this thing is about to go green.
They had plenty of time to put 4 tires on, because he's got to go to the back.
Well, they also had to worry about clearing that left rear quarter panel from the tire too, so they didn't really know how much time that was going to take.
Yeah.
And now they're waving off the green, so Kyle may come right back in to put right side tires on. Krista?
That is exactly right. They just said, come back in. We're going to put on right sides. And the quote was, we're not going to give this to him.
Well, there you go.
What? I don't understand.
I'm not sure who they're not going to give it to, because they're going to start in the back, and I don't know if they'll have anything for somebody up front. Krista.
I didn't understand either, but I think what he means is they're not going to give it without a fight. He's going to make this a shootout. He doesn't have many laps, but he is going to try to pick off every race truck he can. I don't know if that's a good explanation, Michael, but it's an explanation, right?
Well, it's the heat of the battle. You know, you want to make sure you get all you can get, but there's only 2 laps left.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a single file restart.
Yeah,
and if he's at the back,
he's going to be at the very back. But hey, that's what we would have done. We'd have come in and put 4 tires on, and if you can get 1 spot, 2, 3, 4, whatever you can get, because he's a competitor, and all those guys on that pit crew, Doug George and J.R. Norris, all those guys are competitors.
the interesting situation now in front of us. Kevin Harvick, team owner for the 33 of Ron Hornaday. It is the green-white checker for the Camping World Truck Series. Kevin Harvick, Ron Hornaday, Mike Skinner, green flag back in the air.
That may be the best restart anybody has ever gotten on Ron Hornaday right there. Great job by Kevin Harvick on this restart.
You think maybe that could have been choreographed a little bit? Harvick get squared away from Hornaday, giving him a bit of a cushion, knowing that Hornaday could then run back up to Harvick and then distance himself from Skinner.
Trouble.
Problems on the back stretch, and into turn 3 and 4 we stay green, and now the caution comes out. That will mean Kevin Harvick will win at Martinsville. Kevin Harvick grabbing his 4th career win, and again, as I mentioned, this is the first time he's won outside of Phoenix.
What a great job. Brand new truck that Ernie Cope and Kevin's guys brought to this racetrack. Got Bounty to sponsor it. What a super job by Kevin. Good pit strategy. Pitted on lap number 94 for fuel. They pitted. We're getting a report they did not take the white flags.
But I'm wondering what the, as far as the prescribed distance, that wasn't the green-white checkered then, because we just completed lap 251.
But they took the green flag on 49. They didn't take the white on 49. Yeah. So I don't know.
I think this is going to be an official race, right? The way they're running right now.
They're going to check scoring. NASCAR is taking care of that.
Yeah, we took the green with at 49, so that meant overtime was because
white would have been completed 250.
Right.
Yeah. And we're getting reported that is the race.
Yeah, you only have 1 shot at a green-white checkered finish, and they have made it official. Kevin Harvick is your winner today on the seldom used Monday Camping World Truck Series race.
See what happens here late in the going. Looks like the 16 of Brian Scott gets into the back of Terry Cook, and he gets into Todd Bodine, and it ends a really what looked to be a promising day for Todd.
Yeah. Frustrating, though. Obviously, they were working very hard at keeping sponsors on this truck and keeping them going. Whelan jumped on board for this race.
And Terry Cook had a great run going as well.
Awesome job, Ernie.
There you hear him, Ernie Cope, crew chief for Kevin Harvick for this race. Bringing the Bounty home into victory lane. The Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
It's amazing the differing pit strategy. Kevin came to pit road on lap number 64, put tires on, came back on lap 94 to put fuel on. Remember, Ron Hornaday came back on lap 129 for tires, and they end up 1 truck link apart after 250 laps.
Kyle Busch climbing out of his truck, obviously disappointed, disgusted with the way this one ended.
So close to having victory.
I think he's mostly disappointed, I think, with the penalty.
Yeah, having when he was trying to just straighten the fender using the inside wall, and he did go across the commitment line, he's thinking, you know what, I wasn't pulling a fast one on anyone. But at the same time, the rule is the rule. You go across the commitment line, that means you are coming onto pit road. So Kyle Busch
just inside,
jogging away from the racetrack.
10 laps to go. He had victory in sight. Running away with a 17th place finish has got to be very, very disappointing.
Yeah, he's getting ready to cross over the racetrack and head on home. Tough. What a great job by Kyle and all his guys, and just a tough break. And you know, had it not been for that penalty, it would have been a good shot. He'd a good chance he'd have probably ended up this race in 2nd position. Certainly not if second, third.
Well, Kyle Busch doesn't want to stick around for the celebration that Kevin Harvick will be experiencing on victory lane. We'll be back to hear from our winner, Kevin Harvick, right here on Speed. The Camping World Truck Series lives on Speed.